Now let's use tarot to see if the person you like is secretly paying attention.
Generously like,
What are his thoughts on you?
share, and
Okay, the
support
following are
Amazing
still 3
Canvas
cards.
segments.
Everyone close your eyes and influence as much as you can. The main theme is to close your eyes, then choose a card that resonates most with your first instinct. Okay, let's pick a card. Okay, next, the friends who picked the first set of cards are respectively Silver Star Coin 8's reversal, Wand 7's reversal, and the Queen of Swords reversal. Looking at these 3 cards, my first intuition is that he has been secretly paying attention to you, and his degree of attention to you is really quite deep. It is like breaking his current life or that kind of stable work feeling a degree, but his attention to you is not to say that it will be expressed to you. He will bury it in his heart. That is the kind of style will make you feel like he is not paying so much attention to you. Well, let's take a look at the economy class legislator's explanation, is that he can't already go in his heart now. Focus on your own thing. You can just think about whether there are some memories in your heart that are a bit hardwired in his brain, so he always thinks about it unconsciously. Then, the secret of the optional period can actually be seen. Although it is restraining its attention to you, it is indeed restraining, but in fact, efficiently airdrop resources. And its current situation is a kind of deliberate immobility. Then, he has a bit of a self-abandonment, even if he knows that he may not pay more attention to you, but he will do it from. It's better to understand what you're doing and how panic-stricken you are through various channels. And then he will, because it is. He might feel about your attention, and then express that feeling. He would think he does have feelings for him, likes him, but he is not sure. His confidence is always within him, and we can see that his mentality is a bit unstable recently. But he will also think of some ways, that is, to study and see how to make the relationship between the 2 people closer. Actually, he has some at this stage. He will feel that there is no condition in his heart, so he is worried that if a person has a future development, will this beautiful illusion be temporary? So he is really a complex of contradictions now. The above is my interpretation of the first shoot. If you find my interpretation helpful, please like, follow, and comment. X is the second group of cards drawn by friends, especially those who have been promoted to the 5th gift position once and for all. The first feeling this group of cards gives me is there. It's not that I'm very concerned, it's just that I think about it occasionally in my spare time. From the new Emperor and the 6th Political Commissioner, these 2 cards can show that they pay special attention to their own elements. That is, they will focus on their own development, and they won't put too much emotion on someone who seems to have little potential for development or can't bring them practical benefits. And the Emperor card, just look at it, it's very self-disciplined and very capable of controlling his own emotions. If he feels that paying attention to you is a kind of internal consumption, he'll quickly stop this behavior, and the brave warriors can tell they really like you. But that's all, it hasn't reached the level of really liking it, and they feel that this feeling or relationship with you, he doesn't think highly of it. He doesn't feel there's that kind of development between the 2. That's also why he deliberately reduced his attention to you. And they might feel that the emotions you bring sometimes only make them feel suppressed. They don't see positivity in you, because what he needs is someone who can fight alongside him. He is a strong person. Then he will think you are someone who needs to be taken care of. It needs to be tolerant towards people in a vulnerable state. He might really not be in the mood, and also doesn't want to get out of these feelings. What he needs is mutual commitment. In fact, from his life, we can see that he is quite realistic and won't unconditionally tolerate, compromise, and give everything for someone because of love. So, does he really have you in his heart? He will also feel that there is no development between the 2 of them, and he will not take the action to develop it for you. Of course, if you are active enough and excellent enough to grasp him, it is possible for the 2 of you. The above is my interpretation of these 2 sets of cards. If you find my interpretation helpful, you can like, follow, and comment. The 3rd card released below are the identity indictment position, the guarantee of non-profit use position, and the identity partner. I don't know what kind of relationship you have, possibly an ex, or maybe someone you're ambiguously associated with. At first, I want to state conclusively that they are indeed paying attention to you. They will secretly check your updates. It's about caring whether you're doing well or not. The kind of details that matter, that is, many of those little thoughts are very heartwarming to the extent that they should be paid attention to. They are also considering this feeling that this card gives me. They really have very delicate thoughts. First of all, social discrimination. Go explain that they clearly show this kind of commitment in their feelings towards you, and they have relatively simple feelings towards you. Or consider many other factors, just paying attention because of liking. Then, the health benefit card in upright position gives me a feeling that he does not pursue impulsive and passionate feelings. They prefer to take that kind of path. The healing journey in the sweltering heat is about two people helping each other, getting along well, and letting each other's feelings progress even more. Stable and steady, it's called splitting, and they also enjoy these states, so they think you're relatively slow in emotions, but about your heart, they think it's very kind and considerate. That might be what he feels deep inside. A little fragile, so he is emotionally. Actually, it's pretty easy. The ones who want to actively protect you might actually not feel anything. They might feel that he's somewhat passive and lacks initiative, but he's really not good at expressing his feelings. He has a lot of inner drama. I think the cancellation is quite obvious, and then I will also imagine our future wanting to have a long-term stable relationship with you. He also cares a lot about this romantic atmosphere in love, and he pursues whether the spiritual domination is in tune. If he really enjoys it at the moment, he is willing to be with you. Of course, he now indeed thinks that you two are quite suitable, and the photo sent above implies that he feels the relationship with you is not yet ripe. So his attitude towards your attention may not only stay on what you're doing, but also on a deep thought in your heart, what you really want, and then can he give you the spiritual pursuits you need? Anyway, I'm a bit of a perfectionist. Once I'm in a relationship, I always want to give the best experience. That's my interpretation of the third degree. If you find my interpretation helpful, you can like, follow, and comment.